Hi, it's Leanne at Body Shop Performance. Okay, so you're eating too much sugar because it gives you energy, and Easter is coming up. Maybe you're a bit concerned with all the proliferation of chocolate everywhere and whether you're going to have the discipline to curb your intake. Well, I've actually had a real issue with sugar as well, and one of the things that really helped me was understanding the effect it has on the body. It causes inflammation. Now, I know when I have lots of sugar in my diet, I get this little pouch on my front, on my stomach, which I don't really like. I mean, it's a little sort of bloated pouch, and it's purely sugar. I notice that when I cut back on my sugar, it goes. Now, apart from the aesthetics of it, which I'm less worried about, what it signifies is that there's inflammation in my body. And we know now that inflammation contributes to lots of chronic diseases and depression, and is generally a really unhealthy state for the body to be in. You know, when I cut my finger, I want an inflammatory response. I want the white blood cells and the red blood cells flooding to that area, making it hot and protecting against infection. But I don't want that to happen with foods I'm eating. That can cause lots of problems. So that really helped me with sugar. I just realised actually I don't want to be inflamed, and I also don't want these seesaw energy levels that I was getting from sugar. So a few little tips you can do, let's say this Easter, when there may or may not be lots of Easter eggs lying around. Firstly, don't overbuy. If you've got kids, just buy them one egg each. Don't have lots of chocolate in the house or any sugary stuff in the house. That's really helpful, I think. You know, if you've actually got to go down the road and go to a shop to buy it, you might think twice when you're having cravings. Agree with yourself at the outset as well about how much you're going to eat. And if you struggle, like I do with milk chocolate, to put the wrapper back on, maybe just don't buy it. Or get someone else to take half that bar off you. Say no for every time you say yes as well, as another little tip. So every time you accept a piece of chocolate, you say no to something else. So it's a yes, then a no. It's a yes, then a no. And if you do that successfully, you have halved your intake. But ultimately, I think it really helps, in my experience, to think about the effect it has on the body, and is that what you really want to be doing? In causing that inflammatory response and that spiky energy, which can be really frustrating. So good luck, happy Easter, despite all of that. Enjoy yourself, and I'll talk to you next week.